There's a specific kind of silence that terrifies people. It's the silence of a man who doesn't flinch, who doesn't blink, who doesn't need to prove anything. That's the silence Miyamoto Musashi carried into more than 60 duels and walked out of every single one alive. His enemies brought rage, fear, and adrenaline. He brought stillness, and that stillness killed faster than any blade. You want to know what's scarier than a man with power? A man with power who stays calm. By the end of this video, you'll understand exactly how Musashi built a mind so steady that death itself couldn't shake him, and how you can use that same mindset in your modern battles, in conflict, in arguments, in business, in life. But first, let's talk about why you lose your composure when pressure hits. 1. The body that betrays you. You've felt it before. Someone challenges you, physically, verbally, emotionally. Your pulse spikes, hands tremble, thoughts scatter like birds. You freeze, or you lash out, or you say something you'll regret. 10 seconds later, the shame hits like a brick. You replay the moment over and over in your head, hating yourself for not being calm when it mattered. Meet Kaito. He's not a fighter, just a regular guy. Every time someone disrespected him, he either exploded or shut down. Someone mocked him in front of others. His face went red, his voice cracked. His girlfriend said something sharp during an argument. He snapped back, said something he didn't mean, then regretted it for days. At work, when his boss called him out, his brain went blank. Kaito wasn't weak. He was just ruled by his biology. Because when pressure comes, your body can't tell the difference between a sword aimed at your chest and a coworker testing your confidence. It releases adrenaline, tightens your muscles, and hijacks your thinking brain. You're not calm because your body thinks you're dying. And that's exactly what Musashi learned to defeat, not with strength, but with awareness. 2. Musashi's first weapon, detachment. Musashi wrote, "Do not let the body be dragged along by mind, nor the mind be dragged along by body." That sounds poetic until you realize it's deadly practical. When your body panics, you don't fight it, you observe it. You feel your heart pounding? Good. You feel your breath quickening? Watch it. Don't resist it. You separate yourself from the chaos inside you. Imagine someone steps up to you, veins popping, voice raised, your chest tightens, adrenaline floods in. Most people let that reaction drive their next move, yelling back, backing down, posturing. You just breathe out, long, controlled. You're not trying to look calm. You are calm because you're watching it all happen without becoming it. That 3-second exhale tells your body, we're not dying. We're thinking. That's the power Musashi carried. He didn't suppress emotion, he contained it. His opponents were slaves to adrenaline. He turned adrenaline into awareness. 3. No difference between peace and war. Musashi once said, "In strategy, your spiritual bearing must not differ from normal." That means stop switching between peace mode and fight mode. The reason most people crumble under pressure is because they live in two mental worlds, calm in comfort, chaos in conflict. You rehearse confrontation in your head, you hype yourself up, you create an enemy, and then when it happens, boom, your system overloads. Musashi's method: there's no difference between pouring tea and facing death. Every moment is treated the same. He walked into duels the same way he walked into breakfast. No emotional spike, no panic, no over-preparation. Kaito tried this. He stopped getting ready for stressful situations. He stopped overthinking what he'd say if someone tested him. He just lived as if every moment could be a confrontation, calm, alert, ready. And suddenly, the pressure stopped feeling special. Because when pressure isn't special, it isn't scary. 4. The observing mind. This is where Musashi reached a level of mastery that bordered on supernatural. He didn't just fight his enemies, he fought himself. He trained to see himself in real time, to swing his sword while watching the swing, to react while being aware of the reaction, to move without being moved internally. That's what he called the observing mind, a consciousness that watches you from above, detached, calm, analytical. It's like having a silent witness inside your head, a hidden camera recording your every move without judgment or emotion. While everyone else is consumed by the chaos of their own impulses, you're standing outside of it, watching it unfold. Most people are prisoners of the moment. Their emotions hit and they become the emotion. Anger shows up and they are anger. Fear shows up and they are fear. They don't even realize a choice exists. But Musashi saw that choice, the invisible gap between stimulus and response. It's microscopic, but it's there. The split second before you explode, before you freeze, before you say something you'll regret. That's the moment of truth. That single breath, that single instant is where control actually lives. You can't control emotions once they've already consumed you. You control them in that gap, that razor-thin moment where awareness whispers, wait. When you start training this awareness, it changes everything. You begin to see yourself mid-reaction. You catch your face tightening, your breath shortening, your words forming out of anger. And in that instant, you step out of the loop. You stop the automatic program that's been running your whole life. Instead of being the storm, you watch it pass. That's how warriors are truly made. Not by removing fear, because fear is natural, but by mastering the distance between fear and action. Musashi understood that control isn't about never feeling emotion. It's about never letting emotion make the decision for you. The true science of martial arts means practicing them in such a way that they will be useful at any time, and to teach yourself to see everything accurately. That's what the observing mind does. It makes you accurate, precise, unshakable. Because while others drown in their reactions, you've already risen above them. And once you begin to see yourself like that, from the outside, you can't unsee it. You start noticing every flinch, every ego-driven response, every emotion that tries to hijack your focus. And little by little, you stop being controlled by them. That's the birth of calm under chaos. That's the point where discipline meets enlightenment, where reaction turns into strategy, and where you stop being just another person and start becoming a weapon sharpened by awareness itself. 5. Why you'll fail first. Let's be real, you're going to mess this up because the world raised you to react. You've been rewarded for emotional outbursts since childhood. Stand up for yourself, defend yourself. Don't let anyone talk to you like that. So you react, fast, emotional, loud. It feels like strength, but it's not. The spirit is to have no spirit. That means the man who stays calm isn't suppressing emotion. He's beyond it. His ego doesn't need to prove he's strong, because his strength is obvious in his stillness. Kaido learned this in the gym. He sparred with a better fighter, someone who taunted him, kept landing clean hits. He wanted to fight angry, to prove himself. His coach stopped the fight and said, "You're not in control. You're just fast at being controlled." It destroyed him because it was true. Every emotional reaction was someone else pressing his buttons. He wasn't strong. He was predictable. This concept was clear to Musashi. The moment you react, you give your power away. You become readable, controllable. So instead of trying to win every exchange, Musashi aimed to win himself. When your emotions no longer dictate your moves, nobody can. 6. The breakthrough. When you finally start mastering this, something strange happens. People stop testing you, not because you've become passive, but because you've become unreadable. They can't tell if you'll fight or walk away. You have no tells, no twitch, no flinch, no emotional spike. That's what real power looks like. The calm man in chaos unnerves everyone, because chaos needs company. Kaido noticed it too. He stopped defending himself. He stopped explaining himself. He stopped reacting to every slight, every disrespect, and one by one, the people who used to challenge him stopped, because there was nothing to grab onto anymore. As Robert Greene said, the more you say, the more common you appear. The less you say, the more powerful you become. 7. The side effects of calm. Once you learn to stay still when others panic, you start seeing through people. You see the fear behind their aggression, the insecurity behind their arrogance. You stop taking things personally because you can see that most people's words are just smoke trying to hide their weakness. And when you can see clearly, you start choosing your battles with precision. Most fights aren't worth your time. You start walking away, not because you're scared, but because you see how pointless the noise really is. You also start gaining back energy you didn't even realize you were wasting. Think about it. How much energy have you burned replaying arguments, defending yourself, proving your worth, getting rattled by what people said? That energy could have been used to build your body, your business, your empire. Musashi was aware of this truth. That's why, in his later years, he isolated himself in a cave to write the Book of Five Rings. He didn't run from conflict. He simply transcended it. When a man conquers his reactions, conflict can't find him anymore. 8. Becoming scary calm. To become scary calm, like Miyamoto Musashi, you don't just learn to chill, you train for it, like a warrior sharpening a blade every day until it reflects nothing but focus and deathly silence. Calm isn't a personality trait, it's a weapon. Musashi wasn't calm because he lacked emotion. He was calm because nothing inside him could be used against him. That's what makes someone scary calm. They don't flinch, they don't rise to the bait, they don't react, they choose. And that choice, in a world full of chaos, is pure dominance. To reach that level, you have to train across 3 layers: physical, mental, and strategic. Each layer builds on the last until control becomes your nature, not your effort. Layer 1, the physical: control the breath, command the body. When adrenaline floods your system, your heart races, your hands shake, your vision narrows. That's your body telling you it's dying, even when it's not. This is a lesson Musashi learned. He mastered the battlefield through the breath. Inhale shorter, exhale longer. That's the reset button. It tricks your nervous system into believing you're safe, because the body follows the breath. And when your breath slows, your mind follows. You've probably seen this in fighters. Before stepping into the cage, they close their eyes, breathing slow and steady while the crowd screams. They're not relaxing, they're programming their bodies for control under chaos. That's what Musashi did before every duel, breathing rhythmically, moving fluidly, syncing mind and body until panic had nowhere to hide. Layer 2, the mental: observe without merging. This is the heart of calm. Fear rises, anger flashes, stress bites, and you watch it happen instead of drowning in it. You don't try to suppress emotions, you separate from them, because you are not the emotion, you are the awareness behind it. Imagine an argument. Someone insults you, expecting you to react. Instead, you pause. You see the anger rise in your chest, you feel your pulse quicken, but you don't become it. You let it pass like a wave that can't reach the shore. That's how you win without saying a word. That's what real strength looks like: control when every cell in your body is begging to lose it. Musashi once wrote, "Do not let the body be dragged along by the mind, nor the mind be dragged along by the body." That's the formula. You're the observer, not the puppet. You move through emotion without being moved by it. Layer 3, the strategic: make calm your default state. This is where most people fail. They try to be calm only when life tests them. But Musashi didn't switch between peace and war. He lived in both simultaneously. He said, "In strategy, your spirit should remain the same whether you are in combat or in ordinary life. That means every small action, brewing coffee, walking to work, dealing with disrespect, is training. When you treat everything as practice, nothing surprises you anymore. Your composure becomes constant, and when you're constant, no one can shake you. That's why people back off from truly calm men. They don't know what's coming. They can't read you. You're unpredictable, and unpredictability is terrifying. The man who stays calm under threat holds all the power, because everyone else's strength depends on your reaction. And when you stop reacting, they lose control. They realize they never had power, only access to your triggers. You took those away. That's what scary calm really means. It's not peace, it's silent dominance. It's walking through fire and breathing like it's wind. It's being the stillness that makes everyone else question themselves. When people sense that energy, they stop testing you, because something in them knows they're standing in front of someone who doesn't fear chaos, someone who commands it. 9. The way of no reaction. Imagine this. One day, a young warrior asked Musashi, "How do I remain calm when my life is on the line?" Musashi looked at him and said, "By the time you realize your life is on the line, it's already too late to learn calmness. That's the secret. Calm isn't something you summon in the storm. It's something you build every day, until the storm no longer matters. So the next time someone tries to rattle you, pause, breathe. Watch the urge to react and let it burn itself out. You'll know you're evolving when silence becomes your sharpest weapon, when your stillness makes others nervous, when they can't figure you out anymore. That's when you've become dangerous, not because of your rage, but because of your calm. Because the scariest man in the room isn't the loudest. It's the one who can stand in chaos and smile. Thank you for watching. If you want to see more videos, make sure you hit the like and subscribe button. I'll see you in the next one.